Hello everyone, I apologize for the delay between the videos that I'm posting. As you can hear, I don't sound like I usually do in my other videos, and don't worry about that. Today we're going to be looking at the Klackender by Kevin aka Sam. Kevin aka Sam has made different mods before, like the Belted Z for the Ender 3, and the Klackender being the two most notable examples. Today we'll look at its features, its price, and its speed and accuracy. Let's go. Alright, first we're just going to take a look at how it mounts. So the Clicky or Klackender probe is different from all the other probes like the BL Touch, or even BL Touch clones like the Touch Me or Deploying Allen Wrench. It doesn't deploy anything, rather, it magnetically attaches to the tool head. It will go outside of the printing bounds to pick up the probe and put it on the tool head. Let's have a demo. So, if you go to the Klackender menu and press Auto Bed Mesh, it will automatically home everything and perform the Auto Bed Mesh. As you can see, it travels outside of the print bounds and grabs the probe. I am running sensorless homing. This is why you don't see any end stops or hear them clicking. However, the Clicky probe uses some Omron D2F switches, which are the same switches you find in your mouse or your end stops, and that switch makes a satisfying click sound. You can see the probe attached here. When that little protruding bit of the switch touches the print surface, it will make a click. Unfortunately for me, my camera stopped recording. It wasn't full or anything, it just stopped, but whatever. I guess we can talk about the speed later, but it is extremely fast with click, 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 click. I will insert a video demonstration on that now. Here is a speed demo. This is homing. You see the tip of that just barely touches the print surface and it triggers. I'm doing an auto bed mesh. Here is the undocking procedure where it only hooks on the edge of the switch because that's how it undocks, and that's because my printer can't physically move to more than that. But that's just perfect for my solution right now. Here's the real speedy part. Auto bed leveling. See how the tip just barely touches the bed. I don't know how audible the click is on camera, probably not very audible. Oh yeah, I also did away with the bed leveling knobs, because these hard yellow springs stay rigid. And I upgraded my stepper motor so the knob would get interfered. I might 3D print some knobs though, with threaded inserts or just regular nut inserts. I don't tram the bed too often, I just auto bed level. I got the inspiration to do knobless because of some of AnyCubic's offerings. There it is, finished with the auto bed leveling. You can see it pushes down on the probe and it automatically goes back. Okay, let's look at accuracy. We're gonna head over to the web page. I apologize that we're doing it on a phone. It's just way easier to do, and you can still have all the full functions. That's the advantage of a web page. You can do it on anything. But let's go to height map, and as you can see, here's our height map, and here's our range. This is comparable to the BL Touch. Let's look at what a BL Touch's range is. I know this is peak laziness, but BL Touch officially says their deviation is 0.005. Now, I did a probe accuracy test, and guess what? I beat the BL Touch. Yay! Well, Kevin aka Sam did. Now let's talk about cost. We're not going to be including filament because, as far as I'm concerned, you just have to use PETG or ABS. I personally used ABS because I had some spares, but if all you have is PLA, a roll of good, usable PETG would probably cost you around 15 to 20 bucks. Now, let's look at the switch. So, let's look at the cost. So, first, the switches. These switches barely cost anything. I got 10 for $1, but these prices are everywhere. There's 10 for $9, there's 10 for 12. I think this is the one I got. Something similar to that. I didn't get it for 99 cents. I got it for $1 something. There was 10, and I don't think there was any shipping cost. But these end stop looking switches is on your end stop, so you can just go on your end stop and snip off the switch. I don't recommend that, but you can. You can sacrifice your old end stops to make the probe. Now let's talk about magnets. You can find these all sorts of prices. Like this one is $2.69 for I think that's the base price for 10. These are different. You need 6 by 3 millimeters. They can't be anything else. They seem quite rare. They need to be something like this. But they're really cheap anyways. Look, $1.90. But because of how cheap they are, these can be acquired anywhere. If you want faster shipping, just go on Amazon for both of these. I think you can find the Omrons and the magnets. So that's the cost. Another thing I would like to mention is the configuration. You can find the configuration on the GitHub page of the Klackender probe. I was looking for this for a while until I realized it's on the GitHub and it's not on the website. This is the only feedback I have so far to please include the config on the Klackender page, because when I built it, I didn't see it until I looked here. But it's actually quite easy. They have configs for both Marlin and Clipper. This is the Clipper one. It's really easy to configure. All you really need to do is do the Z offset, maybe the X and Y offset, but also re-specify the pin. I wired mine in through one of the old end stop connectors, I think the Z end stop, because my wires are a bit long and I felt too lazy to crimp them or solder them. So I just cut the wires and stuffed the exposed tips into the end stops plug, the male side. You can see bed mesh configs. It is 5x5. For dual Z setups, you probably want to comment this out if you don't have individual dual Z. I have my E1 taken up by dual extrusion, which I haven't got working too well yet. It is working, just not that well. You have to disable the Z tilt if you don't have it. Make sure to copy all of these macros. Also, be sure to change this value, this X245. For my Aquila, I had to change it to about 240 because my Aquila is slightly different in its positions, and 245 is way too far away. 245 is reachable, however, the motor actually cannot reach it. Like, you can push it over, but at a certain point there's lots of resistance. I'm pretty sure it's just wire snagging, but that's why my Pro docking is broken, and I moved the dock so low because I actually have the holder hold onto the edge of the switch. Well, all of these menu options and stuff, they basically just replace the existing one. Besides that, it's pretty normal. All it does is hijack a lot of the macros to put in the probe and pull out the probe. Anyways, that's about it for the Klackender. Thank you for listening, and sorry about the lazy video production. I apologize for the excessive cuts and lack of content. I used a lot of filler words, and I just cut them out for you, so you're welcome. But if you enjoyed this video, please hit like, please subscribe. Apparently the button glows if you say it twice, so like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Leave any feedback in the comments below, and I might not be posting videos for some time. I'm sorry. Thank you for 114 subscribers though. I know, again, I missed the 100 deadline. I'm sorry. Life's been life, okay? Goodbye. Should have used texture PEI, but I really mean it. Thank you for 114 subs.